Hey, what's up, guys? Didn't have a countdown on this one because I'm over here on, I'm not on StreamYards, but I got loafers here. So welcome in to the show. It's just loaf today because Minnie's in heat, so she's at my mom, so it's just me and loafer here. Cali life, good to see you in here. So we are going to be talking today. We got a new topic. It's kind of a we got a couple of things to talk about. We're going to talk about money again, and how it doesn't make you happy because I had a couple of new epiphanies in regards to that. Um, so a lot of times people will think that uh, money is going to make them happy, right? But we've talked about it doesn't make you happy, and the thing is that money making you happy is all about perspective, right? So a lot of people will think that, oh, I live in poverty, or I live in a low income apartment, and I'm on welfare, and I don't even have a vehicle, and I take the bus, and I work a minimum wage job, and some people get caught up in that, and they think that their life is miserable because of that, right? But the thing is that somebody that has that life, that's a life of luxury to billions of people, right? So there's actually billions of people on earth that have to walk several miles just to get clean water, right? And that person who is walking 3 miles to get water is no more happy or unhappy than you or I or a billionaire, right? It doesn't matter, guys. So, like, happiness can be bought temporarily, right? Like, if you just fall into millions of dollars, you win the lottery, you'll be happy for a little while, but it wears off, right? Because happiness, money is like a drug, right? So the more of a drug you take, the more of a tolerance you build up for it, right? And then you need more and more of that to feel happy, right? It's the same thing. That's what money is. It's like a drug. Um, Eventually, you just get used to it, right? Like these billionaires, they're having just as much problems and not financial problems, but they're not any more happy than you or I, right? Um, so the way that you think is the way that you feel, right? So literally, you create your entire day just by the way that you're thinking. Your thoughts are creating your entire reality, guys. So what happens is your emotions are an indicator of your thoughts, right? So if you feel bad, that's an indicator that you need to change your thoughts. That's all that is. It's like a warning signal, right? Because your the way that you feel is a direct the way that your day is going is a direct reflection of your thoughts that you're having throughout the day, right? So if you're feeling angry, then that's an indicator I need to change my thought process. Maybe you put in some music that you like. Maybe think about something that you like, a loved one or something like that. Something that makes you happy, right? Liberty Blair, what's up? So, yeah, guys. So your emotions are an indicator of your thoughts. And that's how you can change your thoughts is by how you feel. If you're feeling great and you're feeling happy and everything's going great, then just keep doing what you're doing, right? Then you know you're on the right track. Um, so make life about today. Everyone wants to make happiness a tomorrow thing instead of a today thing, right? That's like what I call the unicorn effect. Everyone's chasing something that doesn't exist because true happiness comes from within, right? So go after what you want and enjoy the journey, right? Gotta, I always talk about being in the present moment, right? So what happens is that people get so caught up in trying to get to this point, right? I've talked about this. Uh, I'll be happy when I'll be happy when I make this much money per year, or I'll be happy when I find this relationship, right? So again, guys, if your happiness is contingent upon others, then you're never going to be happy. That's not the way it works. So go after your goals, what you want, but make happiness a today thing, right? Enjoy the journey. If you're always trying to get to the next level and not taking a second to just be in the present moment and be grateful for what you have, right? So talking about, the people that have to walk several miles just to get fresh water, they could be the happiest people that there is, right? Doesn't have any bearing on your happiness, right? Because if that's all that you're used to, then you don't know any different, right? So, just like you take technology, everyone thinks that they couldn't live without their cell phones and they couldn't live without social media and stuff like that. I mean, it wasn't even too long ago that stuff didn't even exist, right? Go back to the 20s and 30s. People used to gather around the living room as a family and listen to the radio. That was the entertainment for the night. Sometimes I think that would be even better because you're being more social and active with other people instead of everyone just on their laptops or playing video games, right? So all those things don't bring you happiness, guys. It's an illusion. It's an illusion, right? And when you start doing stuff that's really good, a lot of times you'll have a lot of haters that come in and try to take that away from you because you're on the right track. So Lori Croft is in the house. Robert Wolf the second. What's up, man? Hey, Robert Wolf. To answer your question, I do not make my own music or anything like that. I just get that uncopywritten music off of YouTube. Um, so we're gonna talk about duality a little bit, right, guys? So you can't have good without bad, right? Just talking about your thoughts manifesting your reality, and your emotions are your indicators of what your thoughts are, right? So we can't just pretend that bad doesn't exist, though, right? Has to be an equal balance, right? You can't have one without the other. Good, bad, up, down, left, right, yin, yang. So a lot of times, what people will do is they will shove the negative like it doesn't exist. I don't even acknowledge it, right? And they'll be manifesting at a high rate, and things are going great, and something bad just it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. And if you don't at least acknowledge the bad, then what happens is you get a tower moment, right? And then bam, something happens. And a lot of times people hear people say that. Every time something's good going, everything's going great in my life, then something just comes and wrecks it. It's a tower moment because the universe needs balance. It's always looking for balance. So you have to have misery. You can't get around it. You have to have misery. There has to be pain that comes with pleasure. You can't have just pleasure. We live in a dualistic 3D reality. So where are you going to get your misery from? Or you can either choose where you get it from, or you can pretend it doesn't exist and the universe will bring it to you in the form of a tower moment. The way I deal with it is when something negative happens, big or small, I acknowledge it. I at least say, you are there, evil, bad thing, whatever it is. I acknowledge you, you exist, and then I move on. I don't give it my energy because then I'm just manifesting more bad stuff. And people do it all the time, right? And they stub their toe in the morning when they first wake up and they're all pissed off and limping around. And then they spill their coffee or something, right? And then they they're they go to work and now they're hitting every red light and they're late for work, right? It's because your thought process is just taking you on this train. It's just a domino effect. You're creating your own reality. Remember how you feel if you're pissed off and frustrated all morning. That's an indicator that your thoughts aren't right. Change them. That's all you have to do. So I actually came across this quote, and I don't remember who it's from. It's from this Indian guy. You guys may have seen him. But he says we have to accept things, right? Like I said, you have to at least accept that the evil exists, right? We can accept filth and fruit, but when it comes to eating, choose the fruit. That really struck a chord with me. And that's what made me want to make this video today because um, we can at least accept the filth, right? But when we're eating, we're not going to eat the filth. Eating the filth just manifests more bad stuff. We eat the fruit. We choose the fruit, right? So we got almost 10 minutes in here. That's pretty much all I had, guys. I don't have sweet tea with me today to keep the party going. So this one's just my own personal one that I was going to do on my own. Uh, and we're 10 minutes in, but I can elaborate a little bit. So to some of you guys that were came in a little bit late, we're talking about again. I think this is going to be the last one on this one. We're going to move on to some new stuff next show. But the rich poor perspective, guys. That it's all a matter of perspective. That somebody who is dirt poor doesn't know any better doesn't mean that you're less happy than someone that's a billionaire, right? Because if you are dirt poor right now, that's a life of luxury to billions of people on this planet. If you have running water and electricity in your house, you're like in the top percentile of human beings. Most people don't have, I mean, they call it first world problems, right? So remember, guys, it's a matter of perspective. Learn to be grateful for what you already have. That's how you manifest more. And it's really so simple, guys, is to how to manifest things. People think you got to do all this stuff and it's a hard grind and it's a hard life. And if you think that, then yeah, you're going to manifest that. It is a hard life and it is a hard grind, right? And not that things are going to ever be easy, but if you are grateful for what you have, right? That you have running water and you have electricity. Maybe I don't even have a TV. Maybe I do have a TV. It's a little one, a box, old tube TV or something. Be grateful for that. Most people don't even have that, right? People living in like tribal times still. And if you're grateful, like if you saw my thumbnail, I'm grateful. The universe will make shifts, guys, to bring opportunities to you. It'll put an opportunity in front of you, and then you have to be able to take that leap of faith and go for it to be happy, right? So, being grateful is the number one emotion associated with attracting abundance into your life, the law of attraction. Number one. So, I talk about my piece of crap truck that I used to have. I was so grateful for that. I remember every single day I would be grateful for it. And I would, as I'd be driving to work, I'd be like, man, I'm so grateful that I got this truck. It didn't have air conditioning, it was old. Um, but I was grateful for it. And just so that it could get me from A to B. You know what I mean? I had a camper shell so I could put my tools back there. And I drove that truck for like 2 years. Grateful as I pig and slop in that truck. And I manifested my dream truck, literally, guys. Like this truck that I have now is my dream truck that I've always wanted. I visualized having this truck. Visualization is a great tool for manifestation too. And the universe put things in front of me to where I was able to get the truck, my dream truck, literally. And I didn't even like it's a used truck. It was like 2 years old when I bought it, and it came with everything that I already wanted on it. That's why I got it. It had the lift kit, had the big tires, it had the tunnel cover, had the bumper, step bars, it had everything. The only thing I didn't have was an exhaust. So first thing I did is took it to the exhaust shop. Um, but it's my dream truck. You guys might have seen it. It's on a lot of my other videos. That Dodge Ram. So and I still have it. I still have been lucky enough to afford the payments on it still, even though I don't make a whole as much money as I did because I pursued something different. But it's still working out. So Steve Harloa, what's up, bud? Aloha. Are you in Hawaii? Good to see you in here, man. Let's see, let's throw some wrenches around up in this mug. Robert Wolf, everyone in here gets a wrench. Liberty Blair. Good to see you guys. Thanks for coming in on this one. I appreciate you guys' support on this Empirical Miracle channel. It means a lot to me, guys. Steve gets one. Cali Life. Is Cali Life, are you still in here? She stopped in in the beginning, so. But yeah, that's all pretty much all I had, guys, for this one. It's just going to be a shorty at almost 15 minutes, so that's pretty much all that I had, guys. just one more little lesson about um, the law of attraction and Liberty Blur. This is the secret. Yeah, it's like the secret. I've read that book. I read the first one, the secret, and the second one, which is like the power of love or something like that. Great books. Um, if you want to go even deeper into that type of stuff, I recommend reading The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And I haven't even read the whole book. I've listened to some of it on audiobook, but it's an amazing book, guys. Eckhart Tolle is an amazing teacher if you want to watch his stuff on YouTube too. I think it's Eckart, Eckhart Tolle, Tolle. Guy's amazing. He teaches traditional Zen spiritualism, which all that is, I've talked about it, guys, is being present. Remember, guys, when you're trying to get to the next thing, I got to have this stuff to be happy. I can't think that way for one, but you doesn't mean that you don't want to chase your goals. But while you're chasing your goals, be present and be happy in the present moment, because no matter where you are in life, guys, that's all you have is the present, is here and now, right? And at the end of your life, when you finally reach your goal, maybe that's how long it takes. You might look back and be like, wow, I finally made it, but man, I didn't even enjoy the journey. The whole time I was just worried about tomorrow, right? Don't have any regrets. That's going to be a huge regret. Um, and somebody told me once, it was like the reason why people get flowers, more people get flowers at their funeral than they did when they're alive. And that's because regret is stronger than gratitude or something like that. Really, it's like, be grateful while you have the things that you have, right? Don't be in regret later. Let's see what we got here. Trying to read the comments. So, yeah. How's your guys' day going? Got 7 people in here. Yeah, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Thanks, Lori, for throwing that in there. Where are you at, Lori? What part of the country are you? That's good to hear. And guys, um, when you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, I'm going to have an excellent day every morning. Put yourself in that mindset right out the gate and how great of a day you're going to have. And that's a good kickstart to get your day going in the right direction. Oregon, that is where Brad Carter lives from the Phone Losers of America. Uh, and we are going to be doing another show, guys, DMAFA pranks. I think Friday or Saturday. I'm not sure which day yet, but it's going to be this weekend because we got to get some more pranks up, man. My day's going good, Liberty Blair. It's going really good. Um, had a couple hiccups in the day, like you always do, but then you just, like I said, acknowledge and release, and everything ends up working out. Um, that's funny, Steve. Yeah, man, chasing the next goal, and a lot of times people like that are usually like Capricorns. He might be a Capricorn. Very goal. Sorry, guys, my thing always does that. I hate that. They're very goal oriented, and they'll often work themselves to the bone, to the point where they neglect everything else in their life. And you got to just sit back and kind of enjoy what it is, right? So like I have goals, right, that I need to get to this certain level, and I'm always anxious and like comparing myself to other people on YouTube and stuff. Like, oh, this person's here and I got to be there, and I got to always checking my analytics and stuff, and I got to get here. This is where I got to be. But then I was thinking, sometimes I think like, wait, hold on, man, enjoy what you have, because like right now, I'm living the life that I only dreamed of a year ago. You know what I mean? Like when I first started the DMA channel, I never thought that I would be where I am today. Not that I'm like some huge, crazy, big YouTuber or anything, but I'm proud of my accomplishments, right? And I think it's commendable. And so, like, I'm just you got to be grateful for what you are because infinite, right? Like numbers are infinity, right? They're infinite. So, like, you can always have more subscribers. It's a number. So if you're trying to get more and more and more, you'll never be happy with what you have because it's infinite. I could have 1 million subscribers, but then I could have 2 million, right? So just always be happy with what you have, guys. I never even thought when I first started the DMA channel 11 months ago that I'd be where I am today, right? So just be grateful for what you have today. Thanks for throwing that link in there for DMAFA pranks. If you guys haven't subscribed over there, make sure you head over there, guys. Also, wanted to give a shout out to Sweet Tea and the Sweet Miracle channel, guys. If you guys haven't subscribed to the Sweet Miracle channel, it's the same kind of thing as the Empirical Miracle channel, but it's me and Sweet Tea together. And we have a couple videos up there. We did our first show semi recently, and so I think that I have the link to that in the description of this video and also in my about section. So if you like the empirical miracle and what we talk about over here, then you'll definitely like that one too. It's very similar. And I think that's it, guys. I think I'm going to end this one early. So it's only 20 minutes because now we're just chopping it up. And so I got to go. Got to take Loaf on a walk. I've been taking him on walks in the evening now because it's been so hot lately over here in Denver. It's like 90, 100 degrees. So, all right then, guys. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate everyone's support. All of you guys in the chat for coming over here. Homeless in America. Hey, what's up? Good to see you in here. So I pretty much know everyone from here from the auditing community. So thanks for coming in, guys. All right, guys. I'm gonna end this one. So thanks for coming in. Um, have a great rest of your day. And until next time, guys. Love and light.